All right, let's turn to some current events happening at the theater. This weekend, you have two chances to see the show The Half at the Martin Luther King Center in Rock Island. This is a one-act play following two young black men as they navigate purpose, brotherhood, and survival in an underserved community. Tickets are $25 a person. Shows are at 7:30 Saturday night and then 3 p.m. on Sunday. And then next week, another show will premiere at the Circa 21 Dinner Theater in Rock Island. 1 week from today is the anniversary of 9/11, and fittingly, that's what the musical Come From Away is all about. But it might not be what you think. Here to explain are two actors in this show. We have Gregory Naiman and Sarah Hayes. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us, yeah.
Great to be here. Gregory, let's start with you.
Okay.
What is this show about?
So Come From Away is a story of hope and community and finding light in even the darkest of times, piloted through the events of 9/11, or specifically the events thereafter 9/11, specifically 9/12 and on, of a small community in Gander, Newfoundland in Canada, where I believe it's 38 planes that were grounded in Canada were not allowed into the American airspace. And so they were grounded on this tiny island in this town that doubled its population, and they were stranded there for 5 days. And it's a story of the community taking in these thousands of people stranded in this town and the connections and the healing and the processes they took to get back to their home.
And it's an entirely true story.
Based on true events. Every character you'll see in the show are all based on real people.
Wow. Well, Gregory, you've done this show before, not at Circa 21. Are you playing the same character this time
I am.
around?
I'm playing the exact same track that I did last time, and it is a beautifully wonderful track that explores so much depth and personality through various different characters. And I'm so grateful to share this story again for the second time this year. So.
Wow. So who do you get to play this time?
So my track has a couple different characters. Every track plays multiple characters. Mine are consisting of Kevin J, there's two characters named Kevin in the show, and it's partners, Kevin and Kevin, who are from New York and California, and they're on their way back home to California in the events of 9/11. And Kevin J is spending the entire time in Newfoundland trying to get home to his family in Brooklyn, New York, during the attacks of 9/11. And on top of him, I also play a character named Ali, who is a Muslim chef from Egypt, that character kind of envelops multiple different characters who are of different ethnicities or different religions at that time, who faced a lot of judgment and backlash and just because of who they were and the stereotypes surrounding them. So that character kind of just gives a well-rounded understanding of what people like that went through in that time.
Wow. And how about you, Sarah? Who are you playing?
Yes, so I, again, play multiple characters. I play Annette, who is a Newfoundlander. She's a teacher at a school. But the main character that I play is Beverly Bass, who was actually the first female American Airlines captain in history. Just an incredible woman, and an incredible honor to get to bring her story to life.
Yeah, well, speaking of honors, I mean, how do you take a subject matter that is so heavy like 9/11 and turn it into a show that has been called, one of the most heartwarming shows you can see?
Yeah, that credit is to the creators. It is when you tell people that you're doing a musical about 9/11, they look at you a little sideways and they're like, that must be a downer. It isn't. It really is. Yes, there are heavier moments. You can't tell the story of that day and the events after it without a little, heaviness, but the focus is really on hope and how we help each other through the darker times. And I think it was Cindy Crawford who she saw the show, and she said, just when you're about to cry, they hit you with a belly laugh. And that just sums it up. They hit those moments, they give it the weight that it deserves, but then next thing they're hitting you with some Newfoundland folk music, and they're all drinking screech in a bar. So
I feel like that's got to be fun as actors. It's got to help you when you're doing a show
yeah.
Circa 21, where you do multiple run-throughs or performances, I should say, where it helps you stay engaged with it too. I can imagine.
Oh yeah, it's
Absolutely.
an incredibly engaging story. This entire cast is really clicking, really connecting very well. So we're all feeding off of each other, and that energy, the highs and the lows, are all just fueled by this
and it moves
camaraderie.
so fast.
There's no time.
There's no time. So you just have to help each other through it. You'll see in the show there's 8,000 chair moves. And
a million.
So it's just who needs help here? And it's just, this cast is really meshed in together. So.
Well, that's got to be especially cool for you, Gregory. Is this your first time at Circa
It's
21?
my first performance at Circa 21.
What do you
yeah.
think about it?
I am so grateful to be here. This entire cast, this community has welcomed me in with open arms, as well as the other come-from-aways, I should say, the non-locals of Rock Island and the Quad Cities. They welcomed us in. They've treated us like we're one of your own, and we couldn't be more grateful. And I'm incredibly excited to open the show next week.
I love it. And Sarah, it's almost kind of the opposite for you. You've done a whole bunch of Circa 21 shows. Why do you keep coming back?
I call myself the bad penny of Circa. They just can't quite get rid of me. So, no, I started my journey at Circa 21 as a bootlegger, and from there, I built a family, essentially. And my family is close by, so that helps too. I love being close to them, close enough for them to come see shows. But it really is like most of my best friends I met at Circa 21, and every time, it's sort of my second home. So I say I'm leaving home to go home. So, yeah.
Well, you're certainly not the bad penny. We love you. You do a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both so much for coming in today. We can't wait for next week. Best of luck on opening night and then the whole month of shows.
Thank you so much.
For you guys at home, Come From Away opens in 6 days and runs through November 1st. Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The one exception will be Thursday, 1 week from today, September 11th. For that show, free tickets will be given to first responders who call and make their reservation in advance. Of course, for any other tickets, you can call the Circa 21 box office or reserve your seat online. Once again, this is at Circa 21 Dinner Theater in downtown Rock Island.